Minutes to go, and Lee Summit North, their last game, they defeated Ruskin on Tuesday. Rost is going to throw it in. Gets it into Bell. Rost has steps back. Good defense there by Jack Gotti. Over to the wing. Screen's coming. Doesn't use the screen. Connor now has it again, gets a screen from Bell. Connor looking to get it to Roast. Roast drives, tries to find his man and throws it out of bounds, and the Saints are trying to say it was tipped. But the first turnover of the game belongs to St. Thomas Aquinas. Rost throws it up, but rebounded by the Saints. Right underneath the basket was Zion Navy. I didn't put it up and resets things. Young gets it. Young looking to drive, gets cut off, goes behind his back, drives. A little bit of contact. Young can't get it to go. Young up and good, gets his own rebound. And Tank Young gets on the board to give the Saints their second lead of the ball game. Over to Henderson. Henderson fakes, drives, layup. Just a little hard, and it's no good. Here comes Connor to Young. Young fakes, drives, finds his man. That three-pointer from the wing is off, but gets his own rebound. Layup is no good. Bell gets it, and it doesn't fall for him. And Hawkins comes away with it. Hawkins trying to go end to end. Layup is up and good. But now here comes Tank Young. Young sizes up his man, drives, kicks to the corner. Finds Connor on the wing. That one is tipped. It's going to be rebounded by Bell. Bell up and good. And one for Philip Bell.
Basket is good. Foul on Broncos, number 5.
As Connor had got it on the wing, shot it. He was blocked. But Lee Summit North didn't realize that it was blocked. Bell able to get it and picks up the bucket and the harm. Now Bell, that one makes it a three-point game.
Checking in for the Saints, number 14, TJ Williams-Bay.
So TJ Williams-Bay checks into the game for the Saints, and then number 24, Tommy Irwin, in for the Broncos. Hawkins has it. Hawkins, deep three again, trying to tie it, and he does. There's a deep three from Hawkins. He already has 7. So here comes Young. Gets it out to Navy. Aquinas trying to set a lot of ball screens. Bell is in the top of the key, gets a little bit of pressure. Roast tries to size up his man. There's going to be a foul. There's going to be a blocking call on Jack Gotti, the 6-foot senior.
Jack Gotti, first personal, second team foul.
And Rost gets that layup to go for his second bucket of the game. Deep pass, layup is good. That was number 14, Devon Richardson, who checked in the last dead ball.
Basket 14, Devon Richardson.
So we've got a tie game at 11. It's been up and down so far. Young with a nice move. Euro steps. Can't get it to fall, but the Saints are able to get it. You can tell Young, although he is short, not afraid to drive into the lane. Young tries to size up his man. Gets it to the corner. It's going to be intercepted by Henderson. Henderson trying to go coast to coast. His layup is no good. It's blocked by Rost. And Rost traveled before the foul. And now number 32, Colby Franklin, will check in, 6'1" junior. So far in this one, Matthew Connor checking back into the game. He checks in for Navy. Finds the man and trickles over the rim. Devon Richardson, 4 quick points off the bench to give the Broncos the lead again. Connor has it. has a size of a man. He's pressured by Henderson. Henderson is all over Connor. Connor able to drive, however. Loses it. Rost gets it. Three-pointer is good, and Rost gives the Saints the lead. Joe Rost has 7 early points here in the first quarter. Henderson gets it to Franklin. Hawkins now has it. Hawkins is going to drive up and under, and it's no good. Bell with the rebound for the Saints, and the Saints looking to expand their lead as we approach a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. Rost, that three-pointer off the mark, no good. Rebound by the Saints is no good. TJ Williams-Bay couldn't finish. Young again on Hawkins. Hawkins finds his man, no good. Is Franklin. And they're going to call TJ Williams-Bay for the hold. So that'll be the 3rd foul on St. Thomas Aquinas, the 1st on Bay.
Fouls on the Saints, number 14, TJ Williams-Bay. First personal foul, first team foul.
Now new into the ballgame is Mason Colangelo. And Henderson gets that one to go, and the Broncos retake the lead. Connor coming down to the left side. Looking in. Colangelo kicks it out to Williams-Bay. Williams-Bay, Rost for 3 at the top of the key. Too long. Rebounded by Franklin. Franklin finds Hawkins. Hawkins drives, little floater, no good. Tries to tip it and can't get it to go. So here comes Connor with 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Finds TJ Williams-Bay. He's going to drive up and under, and it's no good, but it hits the shot clock. It was a good move by TJ Williams-Bay. Just threw it a little too high.
Substitution for the Broncos, number 4, Dane Davis.
Dane Davis checks into the game. And Jack Gotti back into the game. So Davis has it. Gives it to Gotti. Gotti out to the right side. They find Hawkins at the top of the key. So far, Hawkins has shot 2 of those threes. He's made 1 of them. Have a deep 3 with 15 seconds left. Lee Summit North going to try to hold it for the last shot. Hawkins sizes up his man, goes left, goes back right. And loses it, but there's going to be a foul called on Zarin Navy.
Fouls on 13, Zarin Navy. First personal.
So the fouls are even at 2 so far.
For the Saints, number 2, Tank Young.
Tank Young checks back into the game. It's their first foul on Navy. With 5 seconds left, Lee Summit North gets it to Hawkins. Hawkins tries to find Tommy Irwin, but turns it over. So with 2.3 seconds, we'll see what the Saints do. Connor gets it. And I think they might have started the clock a little early. So we may do this again. It didn't look like it touched Connor, but the clock started. It was 2.3 seconds. So we're going to do it again. Ross tries to throw it deep. And it's going to be tipped around. Hawkins catches it, chucks it, hits the front of the rim. Hawkins almost made that, but after 1, it's Lee Summit North 15 and St. Thomas Aquinas 14 as we've got a good one here at Avila University.
Go beyond the lecture. Get into the lab. or command the boardroom. No matter your major, whatever you're into, find the experiences and opportunities you want at Avila University. At Avila, research or internship opportunities are guaranteed. Avila University. Find what you're looking for at avila.edu.
For second quarter action, the number 14 Saints have 14 points in the first quarter. Rost leads them with 7. He's got two two-pointers and a three-pointer. Connor has it, looking for Young. Young's going to be patient, dribble it back out. They're going to leave Young wide open. That three-pointer rattles around and is no good. And the Broncos not able to hang on to the rebound. But on that one, Hawkins going to allow Young to shoot that three-pointer. It looks like pretty much all evening until he makes it. Floater is short, and there's going to be a push over the back on Rost as Mason Colangelo. His floater comes up short. Rost trying to go over the back to get the rebound. So far in this one, in the first quarter, Hawkins was able to get 7 points. Anderson drives on Connor. That layup is up and good.
Basket 2, Makel Henderson.
Makel Henderson with his third bucket of the evening. TJ Williams-Bay goes right, finds Rost. Young gets it. Colangelo tries to get it into Rost. Rost able to get it. Layup is no good, but he gets his own rebound and tips it back in. So Joe Rost now with 9 points in the first half. Hawkins has it. Going to find Henderson on the top. Henderson jab steps. Gotti gets it on the right wing. Finds Hawkins. Hawkins trying to go around Young. Step back behind the back. That one is no good. It was off the right iron. Rost finds Connor. I think Young's done a really nice job of staying in front of Hawkins for the most part so far in this first half. TJ Williams-Bay double teamed on the sideline, able to get around, but it looks like he stepped out of bounds.
Checking in for the Saints, number 13, Zarian Navy.
Zarian Navy
35, Isaiah Gavin.
and Isaiah Gavin back in the game.
Number 24,
And
Tommy Irwin.
Philip Bell is at the scores table, getting ready to check in. Henderson, that three-pointer is nothing but net.
Henderson.
So now he has 9 in the first half to give the Broncos their largest lead so far in this game. Young attacks Hawkins, kicks it out. Navy's three-pointer from the corner is good. And Navy three-pointer from the corner cuts this Broncos lead to 1 as the Saints will take a timeout as it is 20-19 Lee Summit North over the Saints of Aquinas here at Avila University. And so far in this one, there's been a lot of contact there. The refs are letting the guys play though. So far, you can kind of see on that last drive that TJ Williams-Bay had, where he was kind of saying that he was pushed out of bounds, but it looks like they're not going to get that call too much here this evening. The refs are letting them play.
Just a reminder, all games can be shown on a10varsity.com. Check out a10varsity.com for live games today throughout the A10 Varsity Shootout.
So Henderson will get it and head to the Saints timeout. A three-pointer by Navy, his first points of the game. And the Broncos lead by 1. Over to the left side. Henderson has it. Makel Henderson gets it back. Floater is good.
Basket 2, Makel Henderson.
Makel Henderson so far leading the way for the Broncos. Connor guarded by Hawkins. Hawkins is all over him. Connor able to get away. Finds Young in the wing. Finds Navy in the corner, but Henderson's there. So the Saints are going to bring it back up top and set things up, trailing by 3. Navy and Hawkins, you could hear the slap from up here. So that'll be Hawkins' first, team's third.
Fouls on the Broncos, number 3, Javante Hawkins. First personal foul, third team foul.
Navy trying to get it in. And he tries to throw it off a Gotti, but can't get it. And Navy turns it over. Henderson looking to drive. Drives, that layup falls. And Mikael Henderson right now just attacking the basket. And so far in this game, he's got 13. He's got 13 in the 24. So the Saints will take their second timeout of the ball game as this lead grows to 5 as Lee Summit North 24 and St. Thomas Aquinas 19. And back here, Avila University. Lee Summit North leads this one 24-19. The Saints were able to cut it to 20-19. It seems like ever since the Saints started trailing, Broncos get it up to 4 or 5. Saints get it back down to about 1 or 2. And then the Broncos on a little bit of a spurt so far, led by Mikael Henderson are the Broncos. Hawkins has been quiet so far here in the second quarter. Ross gets it to Bell. That one's almost stripped, and Henderson. It's a foul right there. That'll be the team 4. Mikael Henderson's first. Now Tank Young has it. Setting up his man. He was guarded by Hawkins in the first quarter. Now Henderson has come over and tried to guard Young. Navy has it. Ross gets the switch. Ross now on Hawkins. They get it into Ross. Good double team by Gotti. And Smith finds Hawkins. Hawkins' layup is up and good. So Hawkins is on the board for the first time in the second quarter for his 9th point of the game, as the Broncos now have their largest lead of the game at 7. And Henderson's going to get called for a hold. That'll be his second. So we'll see what the Broncos do here.
15 foul.
So far, Henderson.
Checking in for the Broncos, 14, Devin Richardson.
As Henderson now has to be careful with 2, doesn't want to pick up his third, as there's still 4 minutes to go. Young tries to attack, but nothing called. Here comes Henderson. Henderson finds Smith. Smith, Ross rejects that one away from Devon Richardson.
And for the Broncos, 5, Christian Carter.
Christian Carter will check back in, and Henderson will go out with 3:46 left to go. Probably won't see him until the third quarter. Gotti gets it to Hawkins. Young pokes the ball away from Hawkins. Hawkins, deep 3, that one off. No good, rebounded by Bell. That would have been a big 3 had Hawkins got it. Hawkins only so far in the quarter only has 2 points. Young now attacking. Hawkins gets around, drives, and the shot is blocked. And it goes off of Young. So it'll be Bronco basketball. St. Thomas Aquinas and a little bit of a funk, haven't scored in a few minutes. It was 20-19, Lee Summit North right now on a 6-0 run. Drive is up and is good. Elijah Smith makes it an 8-0 run. His first 2 points of the game, Young. Bell gets it now in the short corner. Bell trying to get, and lowers his shoulder, and Bell gets called for the offensive foul. Did look like he lowered his shoulder just a bit. And the ref calls that. That is Philip Bell's first personal foul. Team foul number 4. So Lee Summit North has a chance to make this an early double-digit lead. Hawkins against Young. Gets it out to Smith. Smith, left-handed jump shot off the front iron. Tank Young, smallest guy on the floor, comes away with the rebound. Now Young guarded by Carter. Gets it over to Navy, who is covered by Hawkins. That three-pointer is good. And Navy, Zarian Navy, with his second three here in the quarter, cuts the lead to 6. That was a big three for Aquinas. They had not scored in a long while. That three-pointer by Hawkins is no good. Rebounded by Aquinas. Ball is thrown off of Colby Franklin. So the Saints will have possession. Now checking into the game is Davis. Dane Davis hasn't played too much so far, coming off the bench. 5'9" junior. So the Saints, this will be a big 2-minute stretch for the Saints to see if they can't cut in this lead. Young drives, layup, too hard, no good, rebounded there by Franklin. Franklin dribbles it off his knee, is driving all the way to the basket. Franklin's shot is no good. Rost gets it, and Rost is fouled 84 feet away from the basket. So that is team foul number 6. So the Saints are now, will be in the bonus for the remaining of the half. That is Franklin's first. So far, other than Henderson, no other player on the floor so far in foul trouble. Young. Nice man at the top of the key. Drive, layup, no good. Tipped around and rebounded there by the Broncos, by Carter. Carter driving, loses it, but able to get it back out to the corner. Dane Davis' three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Rebounded and off of Bell. So here comes Hawkins, Irwin, and Jack Gotti.
Number 24, Tommy Irwin.
So a minute 23 to go in the half. Largest lead of the half belongs to the Broncos with 9. Throws it out. And we get pressure defense by Tom Downey. Irwin gets it, loses his dribble. Smith gets it, sizes up his man, finds Irwin. The layup is no good, and that's going to be, we believe that's going to be on Bell. So that will be on Philip Bell. Elijah Smith with a nice dump down. Tommy Irwin's first free throw is good. Makes it a 7-point ball game. Mason Colangelo back in for the Saints. Irwin's second free throw is good. Makes it an 8-point game with a minute 8 to go. Young has it. Over to the left side to Downey. Downey. This is the Ross. Double teamed in the short corner. Navy to Young in the corner. Navy's three-pointer. He's hit 2, and that one's going to be long and no good. So Hawkins now has it And with less than 40 seconds, the Broncos could take this all the way down, but it looks like Hawkins is going to drive, layup. It's no good, but rebounded there. While the Broncos layup is good. Devon Richardson being active and able to get the offensive board to grow this to a double-digit lead. So the Saints with 14 seconds left. They need a bucket before halftime. Young able to get around Hawkins to Navy in the corner. Navy drives, stunner steps, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Navy. And that's Zarian Navy's second personal foul. Comes with 5 seconds left to go in the half.
Number 5, Matthew Connor.
Matthew Connor checking back into the game. No pressure, so Hawkins can get it, and Hawkins has deep range. But he's going to drive it. Finds his man, layup is up, and it's no good. Great pass by Hawkins, but Tommy Irwin misses the layup. But Lee Summit North able to get away from the Saints a little bit in that second quarter as they take a 10-point lead into halftime as the 6th-seeded Broncos lead the 14th-ranked St. Thomas Aquinas Saints 32-22. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you here from Avila University.
Online at a2varsity.com. Live or archive, watch the games at Kansas City's home for high school.
The oasis on the plains, Colby, Kansas. It's the oasis on the plains. A friendly smile, Colby has it. If you leave, you're sure to miss it. Work, shop, play or visit. Share our past, we'll show you our dreams. The oasis on the plains, Colby, Kansas.
Jumpstart your education today with Colby Connect. With Colby Community College online classes, you set the schedule, you set the place, with credits that transfer to local colleges and universities at a fraction of the cost. College couldn't be any easier to fit into your life. We even have 24/7 tutoring available. Take affordable and transferable courses from an accredited nonprofit community college with one of the highest graduation rates in the nation. Connect here, go anywhere. Register for online classes today.
America never stops. Thanks to the financial support of Farm Credit, neither do the farmers and ranchers who call her home. Since the beginning, we've been helping rural America show the world what hard work can achieve. But the job is far from over. And as rural America grows further, we'll be there, just as we have for 100 years.
Sharp Brothers Seed Company. Family owned in the heartland, Sharp Brothers has been personalizing its customers' seed buying experience for nearly 70 years. Serving landowners, ranchers, homeowners, and businesses across the region with years of experience with individual species and creating custom seed blends.
A trusted source for quality seed from quality people. Sharp Brothers Seed Company.
Welcome to Western Kansas Wildlife Travel Center, right here in Oakley, Kansas on I-70 at exit 76. I-70, after all, is America's Main Street, and we're right here on Main Street for you. now that I'm an Oakley resident, I still come in almost every day. And I sit and listen to the conversations of the people around me. You know, the guys who are talking about the big elk they just bagged, or the folks who are taking their kid to college for the first time. People just traveling up and down the highway. Real people, just like you and me. And they find just what I find here, real people to serve them. There's history, there's scenery. We hope you'll stop and see us soon. Welcome to Oakley.
Yost Farm Supply, with locations in St. Francis, Goodland, and Imperial, Nebraska, has a wide variety of New Holland farm machinery to accommodate your farming needs. From their state-of-the-art combines, tractors, sprayers, hay tools, and balers, all to go along with their professional and friendly parts and service departments. You can rest assured that with New Holland and Yost Farm Supply, you'll be farming smarter and not harder. Find them online at yostfarmsupply.com.
broadcast partner of the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, this is Pat Mahone. All the Chiefs right here on Sports Radio 810. Sports Radio 810 WHB.
And back here at Avila University, Lee Summit North leads this one 32-22, but the leading scorer so far for the Broncos, a lot of people coming into this one, Javante Hawkins is the guy that everyone kind of talks about. So far, Mikael Henderson, the one that has 13. Hawkins does have 9, and followed by Devon Richardson, who's come off the bench and has gotten 6 in the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints so far, leading scorer. Number 23, Joe Rost, he's got 9. Zarian Navy has 6. He has 2 threes in the second quarter. So this second half about to begin. The first half was pretty tightly contested, and Lee Summit North was able to break away just a bit in the second quarter. So we'll see if the Saints have a response here in the third quarter. Carter gets it out to Elijah Smith. Elijah Smith drives and gets his 4th point of the game. Gets his 6th point of the game and gives the Broncos a 12-point lead. Young has it on the right side. Looking for Ross. Bell now has it. That ball's tipped. It's going to be stolen. Elijah Smith gets it to Hawkins. Hawkins' layup is good. So 4 quick points for the Broncos, and their lead gets up to 14. Navy has it. Bell sets a screen. Navy's 2 threes in the second quarter kept the Saints relatively close. Cut it the lead to 1 and then cut it to 6. Well, the Broncos really taking control of the game ever since the second 3-pointer made by Navy. It's the last points so far by the Saints. Rost has it, spins right, short corner is good.
Basket 23.
That's his 11th point of the game. Here comes Smith. Layup is no good, but it's going to be rebounded there by Hawkins. Henderson gets it. Play close. Hawkins against Connor. That 3-pointer off the front iron, no good. Tipped around, and Navy gets the rebound. Young drives. Layup is up and good. Left-handed layup by Tank Young. His first point since the first quarter. He has 4. That 3-pointer by Jack Gotti from the wing is banked in. His first points of the game. Makes it a 13-point game. Ross gets it over to Connor. Ross is going to set a screen for Connor. Connor now double team, bumped, and Henderson picks up his 3rd. So it looks like Henderson is going to come out.
On the Broncos, number 2, Mikael Henderson.
TJ Williams Bay, Mason Colangelo will check in for the Saints, and then Tommy Irwin and Devon Richardson will check in for the Broncos. Again, Henderson has 3. So far, the leading scorer for the Broncos. We'll see if we see him later in the third quarter, or we'll have to wait till the 4th. Young has Irwin on him. Young drives, has Williams Bay in the corner, but there's going to be a foul. Foul called, so with 5:28 to go in the third quarter. Saints trying to hang around, down by 13.
First personal foul, second team
Young
foul.
gets it to Rost. Rost, that layup is up and good.
Joe Rost.
So Joe Rost, with his 13th point of the game, can now make this a 10-point game.
First personal foul, 3rd team foul.
Kind of felt like at the beginning the Broncos might, here the second half, might kind of pull away a little bit, but St. Thomas Aquinas hanging around. Rost's free throw is good. Gives him 14 points and cuts the lead to 10. The Saints need to get some stops. The Broncos, Hawkins, that is too strong. Hawkins is no good. Hawkins been just a little off so far in this game. Young, TJ Williams Bay, and Bay spins and loses it. Saints are saying it was tipped. And it just looked like Williams Bay, when he spun, just lost control of it. So Hawkins to Smith. Smith gets it to Jack Gotti. Hawkins working against Young, and Young picks his pocket. And Young drives for the layup and cuts the lead to single digits. Tank Young just picking the pocket of Hawkins. Now Jack Gotti in the corner. That three-pointer is good.
Jack Gotti.
So the Saints get it to single digits. And the Broncos hit a three-pointer. That drive by Navy is no good. Smith driving. Layup, no good. Well, there's going to be a foul. I'm going to say it's on the floor.
20, Mason Colangelo.
Mason Colangelo with his first personal.
First personal
Team's
foul. First team foul.
Smith gets it, spins back to the baseline. That left-handed shot is up and good.
Basket 22, Elijah Smith.
So Elijah Smith makes it a 13-point ball game. Navy gets it to Young. Again, the Saints get a little bit of momentum, got it to 8, and then a three-pointer by Gotti made it an 11-point game. Seems like every single time the Saints get a little bit of momentum,
The Broncos, number 10.
the Broncos hit a big three.
Personal foul, 14 foul.
So here comes Tommy Irwin
in for the Broncos,
and for Jack
24,
Gotti.
Tommy Irwin.
Gotti picked up his second and the team's fourth. Williams Bay has it in the corner. Going to be tipped out of bounds. Young has it in the corner, trying to get it in. Gets it into Ross. Pump fakes at the top of the key. Navy's three-pointer from the corner is short and rebounded there by Hawkins. Hawkins sizing up Young. Drives Young, steals it. And Young's just going to outrun everybody, and that layup is blocked. Took his time, and that one comes back and gets blocked by Devon Richardson. Great hustle by Richardson. Richardson now to the elbow. That one's no good. Able to save it is Colby Franklin. Richardson over to Hawkins. Hawkins is going to drive. Floater no good. It's going to be rebounded by TJ Williams Bay. Here comes Williams Bay. That one's picked off. And Hawkins will have a layup. It's going to be no good, but there's going to be a foul called on Navy.
Javante Hawkins to the line shooting 2.
So Javante Hawkins will shoot free throws.
On Aquinas, number 13, Zarian Navy, third personal
Zarian
foul.
Navy
Second
picks up
team
his
foul.
third personal foul. So it looks like 33 Tom Downey is getting ready to check in. Hawkins' first free throw is good.
Checking in for Aquinas, 5.
12th point of the game for Hawkins.
Tom Downey.
That free throw is good, and Henderson's going to come back in with 3 personal fouls.
The end for the Broncos,
He'll check
number 2,
in.
Mikhail Henderson.
He will check in for Hawkins. Biggest lead of the game so far for Lee Summit North. Young gets the switch that he wanted. He's going to attack Irwin, gets to the lane. It's going to be no good, but he's fouled.
Take Young to the line, shooting 2. Fouls on the Broncos, number 24, Tommy Irwin, second personal foul.
So Young will go to the free throw line for the first time this evening. That free throw is short and no good. And the second free throw is good. Gives Young 7 points in the game. Henderson's going to drive. Smith drives into the lane. That left-handed layup is up and good. Smith has his 6th point here in the second half, his 8th total. Matthew Connor has it. That one almost stolen. Young sizing up his man, gets to Connor. And the Lee Summit North defense really starting to pick up. The Saints not able to do a whole heck of a lot. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. So the Saints will keep it with 2:06 left in the third quarter. Ross trying to get it in, gets it into Young. Young's going to drive, Euro step. That layup is no good. Irwin with the rebound. Smith gets it. Back out to Franklin. Franklin's going to drive, and there's going to be a foul on Tom Downey.
Fouls on the Saints, number 33, Tom Downey. First personal foul, 13th foul. Checking in for
So Philip Bell will check back in. Irwin, the layup is up and good. Good find by Henderson.
Tommy Irwin.
His 3rd point of the game. Makes it an 18-point ball game late in the third quarter. Lee Summit North really starting to take control of the game. Skip to Young in the corner. Young's 3-pointer is good. Gives Tank Young double-digit points and cuts the lead to 15.
Timeout, Saints, full timeout.
Again, both defenses were pretty good there in the first half.
Checking in for the Broncos.
And so far,
Carter.
here in the second half, Lee Summit North has been able to score 18 points. And the Saints able to score 13. So we've got a little bit more high-powered offenses here in the second half. And again, I don't know if it's playing any role, but St. Thomas Aquinas did play last night. Lee Summit North has been off since Tuesday, so maybe Aquinas might have a little bit of legs, but Lee Summit North, very, very solid basketball team. They are so far being led by Javante Hawkins and Mikkel Henderson. Mikkel Henderson has 13 all so far in the first half. He picked up his 3rd foul pretty early in the third quarter. We just now saw him come back in. It looks like Henderson will stay back in there with 1:26 to go. He does have to be careful. He does have 3. And Hawkins, Javante Hawkins, so far in this one has 13 as well. So with 1:26 to go, Tank Young just hit a 3-pointer, his first of the game. They get the Saints back within 15. Irwin tries to set the screen. Carter has it in the top of the key. He's going to go left against Matthew Connor. Kel Henderson has it in the top of the key against Tom Downey. Henderson, that ball is tipped. Connor not able to keep it. Henderson drives, floater off the side of the iron and no good. Henderson gets the rebound. He's going to chuck up a 3-pointer, no good. Philip Bell's going to get the rebound. It's a big spot here for the Saints. If they can get this lead down to about 12 or 13. Ross is 3. In and out. Tom Downey there for the rebound, though. And his first points of the game is Tom Downey.
Tom Downey.
Makes this a 13-point game. Broncos now looking to get a score. They got it all the way up to 18, but a quick little 5-0 run for the Saints sees them right back in it. Henderson gets it to Franklin on the top of the key. Mikkel Henderson back with it. We're now under 10 seconds to go. Henderson is going to look to attack. He's going to shoot the 3-pointer off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Connor with 2-1. Ross is going to shoot. And there's going to be a little bit of controversy here at the end of the third quarter. As the half-court shot is no good, no foul. As Lee Summit North expands their lead to 13 in the third quarter. And the fourth quarter will be here shortly as Lee Summit North trying to finish off the Saints of St. Thomas Aquinas. And Ross was trying to get that three-pointer off, half-court shot off before halftime.
There was definite contact there.
Aquinas fans not too happy with the no call, but so far in the second half, Lee Summit North able to get the lead up all the way to 18. They were up 50-32.
Ladies and gentlemen, just as a reminder,
and then a quick 5-0 run. Season a 13-point ball game. So the Saints, every single time Lee Summit North looks like they're going to run away with it.
He said he was going to call you to go do the drawing for the
St. Thomas Aquinas
district rep because
cuts into the lead just a bit.
How long it was going to take. I started to tell him, well, if Miguel's going to do it, I'll go do it. I said, if you couldn't do it, I'll go do it. Oh, yeah. I got nothing to do during the day.
So Young will have it to begin the fourth quarter. Rost has it. Rost's three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Irwin with the rebound. Joe Rost able to hit a three early in the game, hasn't been able to hit one since. Hawkins back in the game for the Broncos. That post shot is no good. Irwin misses it and then pushes off.
Calls on the Broncos, number 24, Tommy Irwin.
Tommy Irwin's third personal foul. The Saints trying to stay in the game. So Young has it. It's to Rost. It's to Young. Young pump fakes. Well, not a lot of sense of urgency here for the Saints. They don't have to be in too big of a hurry. But they also got to score and get stopped. Connor finds Rost. Rost, that shot is no good. It's a good find by Connor. Now Smith behind the back, the left-handed layup is good.
Elijah Smith.
And Elijah Smith with his 8th point so far. In the half, Hawkins all over Connor. Connor able to get around. Tom Downey thought about it. Tries to find Young in the corner and does. Young had his opportunity, didn't take it. Young's gonna drive. That layup is good.
Basket to Tank Young.
And Tank Young, so far in this half, has 10 points. He's got 12 total. 13-point lead. Hawkins has it against Young. Over to the left side, Henderson. Mikael Henderson didn't pick up. He picked up his third foul pretty early in the third quarter, but was able to play smart enough in the last 3 minutes and didn't pick up his fourth. Jack Gotti has it. Hawkins. Step back three-pointer is going to be short. Tommy Irwin with the rebound. That shot is no good. Stripped out of his hands.
And for the Broncos, 14.
Devon Richardson. He's going to check back into the game. Go Richardson gets it. It's going to be a shooting foul on 33, Tom Downey.
It's
going to be Downey's second
personal foul. Mikael Henderson shooting
so Mikael Henderson had 13 first half points. That's his first points so far in the half. Second free throw is good. Gives him 15 in the game. And here comes Connor to Downey on the wing. Connor pressured. Tank Young has it. Hawkins comes with the double team. Downey gets it. Drives up and under. Good drive by Tom Downey. His 4th point of the game. Makes it a 13-point ball game with 5 minutes. Good move by Tom Downey. Hawkins so far been very quiet. And that shot by Richardson, no good. Rebounded by Gotti, however. Drive. There's going to be a block on Tom Downey.
Number 33, Tom Downey, 3rd personal foul.
Tom Downey's 3rd.
15th foul.
Was the team's 5th. So the next foul will put the Broncos in the bonus. Smith's layup is up and good. 10th point for Elijah Smith so far in the half. He had 2 points in the first, and he's had 10 so far in the second half. And there's going to be a block call.
Number 2, Mikael Henderson.
Mikael Henderson, that is his 4th personal foul. So with 4:48 to go,
Joe Ross to the line, shooting a 1-on-1.
We'll see if the Broncos keep him in. Ross is shooting a 1-on-1. That one is up and good. Second free throw rattles around and falls and makes it a 13-point ball game.
Number 13, Zarian Navy.
Zarian Navy will check back in. Henderson, excuse me, is going to stay in the game. Smith, left-handed scoop layup, no good. Ross gets it. And Richardson's going to foul. That's the exact opposite of what the Broncos want. Fouling 94 feet away from the basket. And the Saints able to possibly put points up on the board with the clock stopped.
Joe Ross shooting a 1-on-1.
Joe Ross. First free throw is no good. Front end of the 1-on-1. So now 3 for 4 from the line. That shot is up and good. Hit with the and one. And Tom Downey picks up a foul. There's also going to be a technical on the play.
Basket is good. Fouls on number 33, Tom Downey.
So Tom Downey picks up the foul.
Technical foul on number 33, Tom Downey.
So Tom Downey picks up the technical. So Henderson able to get the and one. And it also makes the free throw. So it makes it a 16-point game, and now Henderson shooting the technical free throws. First one is good. And the second one is good. So Henderson gets the lead back up to 18.
Kobe Franklin.
Kobe Franklin will check back into the game. This is the largest lead. They had this lead early in the third quarter. Now the Broncos able to get it back up to 18. Hawkins is going to drive on Young, and Tank Young's going to reject it out of bounds. Again, Hawkins, relatively speaking, has been quiet. He's got 15 on the night. That three-pointer from the corner is short, and it's going to be rebounded by Matthew Connor. Jack Gotti couldn't hit that three-pointer to give them a 21-point lead. Joe Ross is going to drive. Kick out to Young, the deep three off the back iron, no good. It's going to hit up top, so it'll be out of bounds. So here comes Dane Davis. Or excuse me, Christian Carter.
Broncos, number 5.
Irwin.
Christian Carter, number
and Brian
24.
Carter.
Tommy Irwin. And number 21, Brian Carter.
So Christian Carter. Has it against Matthew Connor. Carter. That layup is up and good. And Carter on the board gives the Broncos their largest lead of the ball game at 20. Connor tries to drive. Throws it a little too low for Rost. Carter kicks it out to Franklin. Franklin, the 17-footer off the right side of the rim. Rebound by Carter. That layup off the rim and no good. Irwin, however, gets the rebound. And there's going to be a foul. So 2 offensive rebounds by the Broncos. And now a foul. Tommy Irwin will go to the free throw line.
Joe Rost, second personal.
Joe Rost picks up his second personal foul. Irwin's first free throw is up and good.
Checking in for the Broncos, number 4, Dane Davis.
Dane Davis checking back into the game. And Hawkins will go to the bench. Looks like Devontae Hawkins could be done for the evening. And Irwin misses the second free throw. So keeps it at a 21-point ball game. Connor has it over the right side, guarded by Franklin. Young drives. Tank Young's left-handed layup is up and good. He's had a strong second half for Aquinas.
Correction, basket 2, Tank Young.
Dane Davis drives. And it'll be out of bounds on the off the Broncos. So 2:45 left to go in this one. Broncos have full control of this one. Young gets it to Navy. Connor has it. That three-pointer is up and good.
Matthew Connor.
Matthew Carter with his first points of the game makes it a 16-point game with under 2.5 to go. Lob to Irwin. And Young knocks that one out of bounds. And it'll stay here with Lee Summit North. Franklin looking to drive. And Franklin travels. So with 2:17 to go, if Aquinas could possibly get a couple buckets and a couple stops, I think this is a little bit closer ball game. Next ball game after this will be Blue Valley and Raytown. Connor has Irwin on him, gets a screen. Joe Ross, that three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Connor's gonna shoot again, and that one's good.
Matthew Connor.
And Matthew Connor makes it a 13-point ball game here with 1:57 to go. Connor relatively quiet in this one. Gets his first 6 points of the game in the last 2 possessions, hits 2 threes, and cuts this lead down to 13. So the Saints hanging around. So now that technical foul on Tom Downey looking like that could possibly really hurt the Saints. At the time it happened, it grew the lead to 18, so it kind of felt like it wasn't really going to affect too much, but now that the Saints are trying to make a little bit of a comeback, it's like it could affect the game just a bit if the Saints are able to get stops and turnovers. Dane Davis is going to throw it in. Gets it to Christian Carter. Here comes Kobe Franklin. The ball's poked away by Connor. That one's going to be thrown away. Carter gets it. Kicks it back out to Dane Davis. Christian Carter, that ball's stripped by Colangelo. So that will put
Fouls on 20.
Christian Carter on the line for a 1-and-1. First free throw is long. It's going to be rebounded by Joe Roast. Here comes Connor. Navy from the corner. It's going to be just short, and Tommy Irwin there with the rebound. Here comes Dane Davis. Davis finds Irwin, gets the rebound, runs the floor, and gets the bucket.
24, Tommy Irwin.
Tommy Irwin makes it a 15-point game. Navy drives. Finds Connor in the corner. That three-pointer is good.
Three-pointer, Matthew Connor.
So it makes it a 12-point game. The ball's tipped. Christian Carter. Nice catch there by Dane Davis. Is it to Franklin? Franklin to Carter. Carter finds Tommy Irwin. That layup is good.
Basket 24, Tommy Irwin.
Navy has it on the left side, spins into the lane. Left-handed scoop layup is up and good. And Aquinas will take a timeout. Navy hit 2 threes in the first half. That's his first bucket here in the second half. So it makes it a 12-point game. Give credit to the Saints because it felt like Lee Summit North was going to win this by about 20. But the Saints able to come back, and they've made it a 12-point game. .42 seconds left. The trap there. It's going to be stolen underneath the basket. Connor gets it. Finds Navy. That three-pointer is going to be blocked. So a turnover underneath the basket, keeping this thing interesting. Frost gets it to Navy in the corner. Navy driving, and Dane Davis able to steal it. Throws it deep. Carter's going to drive. So it looks like that's going to do it. As Lee Summit North, the 6th ranked team in the top 25 of the 8-10 varsity pool, beats the 14th ranked team in the pool, 68-56. Again, in our next game, it will be Blue Valley and Raytown here at Avila University. They get Henderson for Lee Summit North, the big player in this one, and then Tank Young played well for the Saints. So this one ends with a 12-point victory for Lee Summit North. And our next game coming up will be Blue Valley versus Raytown here on 8-10 varsity.
We like the youth in the 80s. Master back, set it right, get the link, get it back, get the drink, jump the track. Run it back, downtown, yeah, sipping on this gin. Now reset it, let's just win, baby. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up. And every time I jump up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah. I ain't the top, it's a road, not a stop block. Don't never stop, it's the flow that got a block hot. I need my respect. I just keep going like I'm at the best. I'm a cool nigga, nigga, no stress. Gotta shoot the dead night, nigga, sweat. That's what I'm on. I don't know. I go for 623 like I'm a gun. Serving up the back. All the goonies, niggas getting rap. Funny how you shake. Pulling back the curtain by myself. I'm a bar splitter, I'm a hard hitter. Yeah, I'm light skinned, but I'm still a bar. I'm a weed splitter, I'm a tall figure. I'm a unforgiving eyes, got them all bitter. I'm a bill printer, I'm a great digger. Yeah, I am what I am. I don't have to cover notice, understand this again. So really not a stop, but don't want to stop. Took the business and ran it for me. I let Ali take the aisle, told him brand it for me. I get 2 million a pop and that's standing for me. Like I went blind, though, you gotta hand it to me. Pray, then I pay again. Had a moment, but it came again. You don't wanna play with him. Every morning you like 8 a.m. Keep you rain till I get a better rain. Let my brothers cut them in on anything. And the nose can't find me. The cheese hell there, that's a dance man. The hand is the other hand. Got double on my other hand. Trying to split like up the head. Real so be that all real for real. Reason to go crazy, gotta chill you for real. They been trying me, but I'm resilient for real. I keep on fucking like some fake.
Alright, I'm on.
And I'm fighting to the front. Money for the rain, and that's why they in the space. I'm in the checks, I fall in my face. I like all the stuff, man, I'm under the sense. But be a body in the sense. Then I knew when I started. See where I got it, man, it's funny. They think I know, I know I gotta represent it. Gotta stop, but don't know stop. It's the flow that got the block hot.
The oasis on the plains, Colby, Kansas. It's the oasis on the plains. A friendly smile, Colby has it. If you leave, you're sure to miss it. Work, shop, play or visit. Share our past, we'll show you our dreams. The oasis on the plains, Colby, Kansas.
Jumpstart your education today with Colby Connect. With Colby Community College online classes, you set the schedule, you set the place, with credits that transfer to local colleges and universities at a fraction of the cost. College couldn't be any easier to fit into your life. We even have 24/7 tutoring available. Take affordable and transferable courses from an accredited nonprofit community college with one of the highest graduation rates in the nation. Connect here, go anywhere. Register for online classes today.
America never stops. Thanks to the financial support of Farm Credit, neither do the farmers and ranchers who call her home. Since the beginning, we've been helping rural America show the world what hard work can achieve. But the job is far from over. And as rural America grows further, we'll be there, just as we have for 100 years.
Sharp Brothers Seed Company. Family owned in the Heartland, Sharp Brothers has been personalizing its customer seed buying experience for nearly 70 years. Serving landowners, ranchers, homeowners, and businesses across the region with years of experience with individual species and creating custom seed blends.
A trusted source for quality seed from quality people. Sharp Brothers Seed Company.
Welcome to Western Kansas Wildlife Travel Center, right here in Oakley, Kansas on I-70 at exit 76. I-70, after all, is America's main street, and we're right here on Main Street for you. Now that I'm an Oakley resident, I still come in almost every day, and I sit and listen to the conversations of the people around me. You know, the guys who are talking about the big elk they just bagged, or the folks who are taking their kid to college for the first time. People just traveling up and down the highway. Real people, just like you and me. And they find just what I find here, real people to serve them. There's history, there's scenery. We hope you'll stop and see us soon. Welcome to Oakley.
Yost Farm Supply, with locations in St. Francis, Goodland, and Imperial, Nebraska, has a wide variety of New Holland farm machinery to accommodate your farming needs. From their state-of-the-art combines, tractors, sprayers, hay tools, and balers, all to go along with their professional and friendly parts and service departments. You can rest assured that with New Holland and Yost Farm Supply, you'll be farming smarter and not harder. Find them online at yostfarmsupply.com.